I made $24,445 in just 30 days just by posting YouTube videos. And I want to show you exactly how I did it so you can copy me and do exactly the same thing. So you can see here, £19,171. That's about $24,000 when you convert it to US. And over on YouTube, 68,000 views. I posted quite regularly and I grew this account from pretty much 0 views the month prior, gained 1,000 subscribers. And as of right now, I'm sitting on 2,115 subscribers. So you can really start this from scratch, even if you have no social following. I don't have a massive personal brand, but I'm going to show you how you can replicate this success. Now, this funnel works fucking well, especially if you sell high ticket services. So that's copywriting, video editing, agency owner, coach, consultant, anything like that. And I want to help you go from $0 to $10,000 per month in the next 90 days, signing 3 to 5 clients every single month, guaranteed. So if you want to know how I can help you do that, if you click the first link down below in the description, you'll see a video, watch that video, and there's my calendar where you can go ahead and book on a call. So why should you actually trust me? Yeah, I can make the money from it. You've seen my Stripe screenshot, but how do I actually know what I'm talking about? Well, I've got over 155,000 subscribers over on my main YouTube channel. I've got over 12 million views on that account. I've got over 30 million views on TikTok, and I grew this account from literally 0 to 2,000 subscribers in a couple of months just by posting a few YouTube videos. And on this YouTube channel, in the first 30 days when I started posting, I got 100,000 views and I signed on 10 clients. And this system has worked incredibly well for me. So right now, if you're selling services, you're probably relying on things like paid ads. Maybe you're sending cold emails through instantly.ai, or you're sending cold DMs. Maybe you're doing cold calls as well. And the issue with all of these methods, specifically these three, is it's probably leading you to be incredibly frustrated, right? When you're spending money on paid ads, you don't have great profit margins because a lot of your cost is going into marketing to book appointments and try and close deals. And if you're dealing with any of these three, you're dealing with incredibly cold-shouldered prospects that probably don't want to buy from you, leading to just a load of frustration in your business. And I can guarantee this is reflected in how much you're making. You might even just be over here where you're doing less than $10,000 a month, or maybe you've seen incredibly slow growth and then eventually over a couple of years you've plateaued and you're not really breaking past that $10,000 a month mark. Whereas in reality, you want to start seeing this compounding exponential growth that, that's the reason why you started your business. And just by following the system that I'm going to show you in this video, you'll be able to start seeing this compounding growth. So if your income has plateaued or you're just not hitting that $10,000 a month mark and you've no idea what you're doing, this is the reason why. This is the problem that you have in your business. Right now, this is you over here on your hands and knees and you are begging for business. You're currently sending cold DMs, for example, or maybe cold emails. And typically more often than not, what's happening is all of your prospects are just turning around and either just denying even ever wanting to speak with you, or they're just ghosting you and never responding. And you're probably wondering why, right? Because you're using different email scripts, or you're sending loads of really great pieces of copy, you're doing loads of follow-up, and you just seem to be following every single system correctly, but it's just not working. Well, really, the reason why is because it's not just you doing this, right? There are thousands and thousands of other business owners just like you selling services that are identical to yours, using exactly the same scripts, sending the same piece of outreach to the same prospects. And just to prove this to you, this is my Instagram DMs. I've got less than 1,000 followers on Instagram and I get hundreds of DMs every single day from people trying to pitch me thumbnails, video editing, copywriting, agencies, paid ads, content growth, just you name it. Like, I get so many DMs. And as you can see, I actually open every single DM that I get. I read all of my messages and I'm voluntarily deciding not to respond to them. And this is what you're feeling right now. That is the rejection that you're getting. So the reason why this is happening is because there are so many other people doing exactly the same thing as you, and you just cannot stand out from the crowd. So you need to ask yourself the question, when was the last time you ever purchased a high ticket program from a cold call or a cold DM? When was the last time someone cold called you, you picked up the phone, you were like, oh my God, I'm so glad you cold called me. Yeah, 100%, take my money, here's $3,000. Never, right? You've probably never done it. You've only ever bought programs from people that you saw on Instagram, maybe on TikTok, or you saw an ad, or maybe you just know about that brand. So if you would never buy anything from this piece of outreach, right, from cold DMs and cold emails, you have to ask yourself the question, why on earth do you have the expectation that people are going to buy your program and your product using the same piece of outreach? Now, the problem with cold calling, right, is you have an offer, whether or not it's video editing, copywriting, agency, coaching, doesn't really matter what it is, but cold calling, you have to manually dial one prospect at a time. You can't cold call 50,000 people at the same time expecting to book 100,000 appointments, right? It's not going to work. You have to call one person, and then once you've had the conversation with them, go on to the next person and call them. So it's extremely low leverage on your time. You're spending so much time just cold calling, and most of your time is actually on the phone with people that just aren't picking up, or people that are just unqualified. Maybe you spend 10% of your time actually speaking to qualified prospects, and maybe only 10% of those people actually book on a call, which is 1% of the people that you actually dial are actually qualified to book on a call, which is a massive inefficiency in your business. And the reason why is because this is you, okay? Maybe you're a coach, or maybe this is you, maybe you're an agency owner. And to sign clients, to do your cold outreach, you're probably using a software called Apollo.io, okay? You're going to this software, you're downloading leads, whether it's emails or phone numbers, and then you're choosing your method of outreach, right? And you're reaching out to those prospects. But the problem is the people that you're reaching out to are completely unaware of who you are, right? They're completely blindsided. Maybe they're just spending their day just watching TikToks or scrolling on YouTube or watching Netflix videos, and then randomly out of the blue, they get an email from a complete stranger that's trying to solicit their business and trying to sell them something. And they're facing the other way. They're not even paying attention to the fact that you even exist. And chances are they're just never going to respond to you because they're just not looking for your help at that moment in time. And to add insult to injury, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of other agency owners and coaches and video editors and copywriters and service providers and businesses, software companies, all using Apollo.io, all using exactly the same software to download exactly the same leads, and all of you are sending the same emails with the same copy to the same person. So this guy over here, who was originally just having a good day scrolling on TikTok and Instagram, has actually decided to delete his email, right? Put yourself in this guy's shoes. If you are receiving a barrage of emails from various different business owners all trying to sell you something when you're just minding your own business, you're never going to want to talk to them. So you're just going to rather just delete your email than speak to these people. And when this isn't working and this guy over here just doesn't respond to your emails, you think it's something wrong with your copy or your cold call script. So you go straight to YouTube and you find this guy who tells you how to cold email clients, best cold email templates. And you say, fuck, this is a really good video. So you just find his email template, maybe you adapt it slightly or you use it, and you go ahead and you start barraging this guy even more with new email copy. But what you don't realize is you're not the only one that's doing that. There are 469,000 other people that are probably using exactly the same email script as you, and he's probably showed you how to get the email leads as well, and he's done everyone is doing exactly the same thing. So it's just compounding this clusterfuck over here, which just makes it even harder to get in contact with all of these clients. And this is across the board. Maybe you're cold calling as well, you're watching this guy, maybe you're using Thomas Gonne's cold calling script, which got 753,000 views, and every single med spa in the US no longer wants to work with any agency owner ever because nearly 1 million people are cold calling them with exactly the same script. So now you got a problem, right? What's going to happen with your business? Well, what's going to happen is the costs inside your business are going to go through the roof. The competition is absolutely massive and monumental. You're booking less and less appointments, and ultimately, as a virtue of that, you're making less sales. And unfortunately, your income pretty much goes back to zero because you have no consistent way of signing clients. And then you start blaming the business model and you kind of just start something different, and maybe you repeat the same cycle and you go back to zero again. And you just repeat this same cyclical process every few years with a new business model, wondering why things aren't working for you. That's the problem that you have. But why doesn't it actually work? Well, really, for someone to buy from you, they have to trust you, they have to know you, and then they have to believe that you can actually help them. When you're sending cold emails, right, they've no idea who you are, they don't know you, they definitely don't trust you because you just sent them a random email, and the only way you can get them to believe in you is by giving an outrageously ridiculous offer that you can't stand behind, and then it's just a price race to the bottom. So now you have a massive fucking problem and you can't sign clients. So what is the solution? Well, what if I told you there was actually a way that you can get access to millions of people that are your ideal clients, but instead of you having to go to them, right, chasing them down for business, you can actually get them coming to you. Well, this system actually exists, and it's called the inbound social funnel. And basically what it means is rather than us just chasing down these guys and barraging them with cold calls, hoping they're going to change their attention to us and actually pay us money, we're going to do the complete opposite. What we're going to do is we know that these guys are spending all of their day on TikTok and YouTube, maybe they're scrolling on Netflix in the evenings, and they're just consuming a metric shit ton of content. So rather than us trying to change their attention, we're going to say, well, actually, we're just going to put ourselves in their line of sight, and then we're going to get them to initiate the click and come to us. And all that means is we just post YouTube videos. Okay, so they go onto YouTube, and more often than not, if they're your ideal client, this is what their YouTube homepage is going to look like. They're going to see big content over here from Alex Hormozy. Maybe they'll see some like Mr. Beast style kind of videos. And then, oh, what's this? Over here, there's another video. But this video, this time, is from you. You've posted a piece of content on YouTube and it shows up on your ideal clients for you page. So what happens is this time they're going to click on that video and they're going to be interested. Once they click on that video and they're interested, you're going to give them a call to action. You're going to tell them to buy your product or buy your service, and they're going to go to your funnel, right? And you're going to run what we call a VSL book call funnel, okay? And that VSL book call funnel is simply what I run, but you can see it. Click the first thing down below. You'll see the VSL funnel that I run for my YouTube channel that proves that this works, right? You build out a VSL that sells your services and your products, and then you invite people to book on a call with you, and you just send them straight to a calendar, and then they get on a call. And this is where things get wild, because in this case, all of these prospects are your ideal clients. But instead of you barraging them, trying to convince them to pay you, they have organically found who you are. They've had loads of different choices up here, right? They could have clicked on any one of these videos, but instead they chose to click on your video. When they clicked on your video, they then saw your content. They saw that you can help them solve their problem. And then they decided to click onto your funnel. And then they decided to book on a call. So what's going to happen? They've made the decision every single step of this way to become a client of yours. And eventually they're going to pay you money and you're going to start signing clients. And what happens is your close rate is absolutely massive. I've had to hire a sales guy simply because I cannot handle the number of sales calls that we get, because my close rate was hitting about 50 to 60% close rate, which is unheard of when you're doing cold emails and cold calls. And that's it. That's literally the system. And unlike one-to-one marketing where we saw you can't cold call 50,000 people at the same time, you can post one YouTube video, you present the same offer that you would have in your cold call, but this time you're going to put it you're going to package it inside the YouTube video. The video is then going to go off and do all the work for you and deliver that offer to hundreds of thousands of people over the next couple of months. And all of these people are going to decide that, well, actually, maybe this guy's interested in your offer and he's going to reach out to try and work with you. And by doing that, you are immediately able to start bringing on clients that you actually want to work with. And because you have such a high volume of leads coming through the door, you can actually pick and choose who you want to work with. So more often than not, right now, we deny a lot of people that come through my funnel because I just don't want to work with them. I want to work with the most qualified, highest quality clients that I actually want to work with. And we still do $20,000 a month with this system. And this system is honestly so easy to actually understand, right? When you actually view it from a consumer perspective, you can actually see this working so well, right? Because who would you rather work with? This guy over here that just randomly sends you a cold email in your inbox, someone just sending you a cold email, you have no idea who they are, just some dude called Mark that just sends you an email some random Tuesday afternoon, or some dude like me that has 100,000 subscribers, posts content online, you see my stuff and you voluntarily decide to book on a call with my calendar. Obviously, you're going to pick me every single time. And the reason why this is so scalable, right, is in the last couple of months, I've been able to get 200,000 views on my YouTube channel. 200,000 views. Do you know how many people that is, right? That's 200,000 people that have shown or expressed an interest in working with me at some point, right? That's very top of funnel. But that means that I can fill up 3 football stadiums of people that want to work with me. Imagine lining up 3 football stadiums of people back to back and then presenting your offer to them. That is what happens when you start posting content. So how do you actually do this? How do you get this working? Well, this is what I show people how to do, and I give you this system inside my private inner circle. And these are just some of the results, right? I'll go through some of these really, really quickly, but this is KJ. KJ has about 7,000 subscribers. He had about 5,000 when we started working together, and he had loads of leads that were coming through and no one was really buying his stuff. He wasn't optimizing his funnel properly. He had no clear funnel that was converting those leads into customers. He had massive potential that he just couldn't unlock. So he joined my inner circle and worked like an animal, and he was prepared to do pretty much anything to get it to work. And he literally said to me, I'm going to be your best case study. And he was, which is insane. After 1 month of joining, he implemented this social influence funnel that I've just showed you and increased the number of bookings that he got on his calendar by 5x, right? You can see here, I 5x the number of calls booked. His first day after joining, he made $4,000 in just 1 day. I was like, bro, what the fuck, that's insane. How did it go yesterday? $4,000 in MRR in just 1 day. And to make it even more wild, he added $13,000 in MRR in just 7 days of joining my inner circle. $13,000 in monthly recurring revenue within his first week. And this is his YouTube channel over here. You can see that he's now hitting $55,000 per month by implementing this system. And it's insane. On average, my inner circle members go on to make bare minimum $10,000 a month. My worst customer got to $8,000 a month, and my best customer got to $55,000 a month. And every single one of those people came through this funnel that you're watching right now and booked a call with me 1 to 3 months ago. And now they're all making well over $10,000 per month online with their business. So if you want me to build this system for you, I will guarantee that I can get you to $10,000 a month. No questions asked. If you want to do that, just go ahead and click the first link down below in the description and go down to the calendar and book on a call. Now, you may not have the call with me, depending on how many people actually book on the calendar, but just book on a call and we'll see if you're a good fit.